Good morning, everybody. What an utterly disgusting day. I've literally just had to close the window too because it was so windy in here. I was just aware that my hair was like, ooh, not a good look on alive. Anyway, hope you are all okay. Today is definitely a movies and hot chocolates kind of day. If you're not working, snuggle up with the kids, enjoy a bit of inside time, and hopefully the weather will be back with us very soon. It would be very nice to see some sunshine. It definitely helps to lift my mood, so I'm sure it helps to lift yours as well. So today I wanted to talk to you about your life being your responsibility. Is there something in your life at the moment that you don't like? Is it your job? Is it something within your home life? Is it your relationship with your kids? Is it, what else can I think of? Is it an issue with a friend that you've got? There could be all sorts of areas where you feel, actually, I'm not satisfied in that area at the moment. But your life is the result of your choices. So if you hate your job, and you moan about hating your job all the time, then actually, unless you take some actions to start to finalise that process, move on to another job, open a business yourself, then actually you are stuck in that same situation. And sometimes it can be really difficult to see a way out of situations that you've got yourself into. A lot of the clients I help are stuck and cannot see alternative solutions. And it's so important to look at what opportunities there are. And sometimes you are just too close. Even your friends are too close. It's kind of like not just not being able to see the wood for the trees. It's like you're hugging the tree. You can't even see that there's a tree in the first place. So one of the benefits of coming to me is that clients get to speak to somebody who's on an outside perspective, who can search for alternative solutions to suggest. Sorry about the shaking. Millie has decided to take a little wander on my desk and have an explore. So she's making my desk move every time she jumps around. Okay, also, so that's the first thing, sort of stuck in a particular situation. What can you do to get out of it? What can you do? What can you control and what can you influence? So it's also important to look at influencing. Is there something you can do? Are you in a difficult relationship that maybe you need to look at getting some joint counselling for? There she goes again. Or actually, is it time to say goodbye to that relationship and what have you? So there are definitely things that I help clients work through, decisions they're not confident making on their own. And that could be for a mixture of things, because it's all gone wrong before, or because they are frightened and can't see that there's any alternative to what they're in at the moment. But I promise you, there are lots of alternatives. There are lots of ways of looking at your life, to look for the opportunities, to look for the positives. And then all of a sudden, the answer can just be really, really clear to you about what to do. Also, identify how others are allowed to make your choices. So if there's a difficulty with your relationship with your children, for example, do they literally walk all over you? Do you feel exhausted by the end of the day because their demands and needs have been met first, but not in a I'm a mum kind of way, but in a really unreasonable kind of way where actually they are just sucking all the energy out of you? There are alternative things that you can do there. Are you saying yes to lots of things because you don't want other people to be upset by you saying no, or judging you by saying no? So do you actually, do you go to everything that you're invited to, leaving you exhausted and feeling quite weak emotionally by the end of the week? Again, who is it that is allowing themselves to make choices in your life? Take back that control, put those boundaries and expectations in place, which can be a really frightening thing to do, because actually if you've always been like, yeah, I'll just go along with that, and then all of a sudden you're like, hold on a second, no, that's not okay, those people are bound to be a little bit, well, it's never been a problem now, so what before, so why is it a problem now? Why are you bringing it up now? But boundaries and expectations within any relationship that you have is vitally, vitally important. Are people dulling your sparkle? Are people taking away from the person that is you? Are they essentially creating this malleable person who'll do what they need to do and not think about what they need in their life? If you're in a relationship like that, when the relationship comes to an end, or if the relationship comes to an end, you're suddenly left feeling like you've got nothing and nobody, because actually you've given so much for everybody else, you haven't left anything for yourself. So these are all problems that I help women work through. it's really, really, really important that if your life is not fulfilling you, that actually you take back control of that. If you are not getting anything out of your life, you know, what do you need to change? What is the point of continuing where you are at the moment? So I help women to become more confident, more decisive, more empowered to be able to do those things, to put boundaries in place where there haven't been before, without this big sort of fallout, this big blow up and what have you. I would love to start a conversation with you. So please do message me. There's plenty of ways to do that. So you can comment here, you can DM Coastal Coaching Sussex straight away. If I'm not available, then I will respond as soon as I am. But I'd love to start a chat with you about what you're experiencing. There is absolutely no obligation. I'm not a salesy kind of person. Generally what I offer is a phone call chat just to chat through some of the issues that you're having. Then we move to a Zoom call, which is about 45 minutes long at a time that suits you. It gives us the opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better. It gives you the opportunity to talk more about what you're experiencing, and it gives me the opportunity to tell you more about the business and how the process works, so that you can see if you want to start your journey with me. No conversation to me is ever wasted time. I love chatting to new people. I love hearing what they experience, and it always gives me some extra things to think about as well, and some considerations about problems that are happening, and I love it. So please don't ever worry that if you start a conversation with me that you'll feel obligated to then continue with me. You really won't. This in itself, I think, is interesting and informative content for people to really sort of have a think, maybe even journal about it. So I'd love it if you engage with the engage with the post, put some comments or a like or a share. That would be awesome. In the meantime, lots of love. Enjoy your little snuggly day today, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.